What's going on, guys? Good morning. I hope you guys have a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, the Black Business School, and I am up and ready to take on the world. And we we got up. We last night we ran. We had to do our little short 3 mile run to get ready for this marathon, and we had to do it about midnight. So we actually went to bed really late. But my mind was racing, so I got up this morning and decided to start my day. But I want to say good morning to everybody. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to all the positive Black people in the world, all the Black people that want to make the community better. Also, welcome to drboycetv.com. This is the home for intelligent Black people. These are Black people who aren't necessarily the smartest people in the room, but you want to be the smartest. You want to be intelligent. You want to improve yourself. You want to build your community. You want to raise your kids right. You want to see the future be better than the past. So I want to say good morning to everybody. And make sure you shout out your city. Shout out your city, and I'll shout out as many cities back as I can. Michael McDowell from Detroit. Detroit is where we're going to host the next All Black National Convention. In case you guys want to know that's where Detroit is the city we selected. I see Washington, D.C., Fahana, and Peekskill, New York. I'll be in New York City on October 27th doing an investment seminar. Go to drboycenewyork.com if you want to join us, drboycenewyork.com. Good morning, Anthony Washington and Chelsea from Button Willow, California. Ain't never heard of that, but I love it. Cassie from Nashville. I had a horrible, ugly, evil girlfriend from Nashville 20-something years ago. May she rest in hell. You ever got that ex where you like, may you rest in hell, you asshole. Anyway, I got one or two of those. Anyway, so let me see here. I'm looking at some of the other cities. Claremont, California, Alabama, Brooklyn, New York, Madison, Wisconsin, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Good morning, Black family, says Vanessa Jones from Las Vegas, but in Tucson right now. Yeah, I got family in Arizona, not Tucson, but actually Phoenix. In fact, I'm gonna actually be going out to Arizona real soon. We're gonna go to the Grand Canyon and all that stuff. Just take some family time. But anyway, okay, so do me a favor, actually, as we get started. Also, please hit that thumbs up button right now. If you could, right now, hit two buttons for me, if you could. On the count of 3, everybody hit the thumbs up button. Also, please hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live. So on the count of 3, everybody hit the thumbs up button and hit the notification bell to make sure you're notified when we go live. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Hit the notification bell and hit, scream Black Power or something in the chat. Let me know that you did that. And I'm going to send out a text actually to let the rest of the family know that we are live right now and that Black intelligence is now in full effect and we are taking over this game. Now, here's what I wanted to kind of talk about today. I put something up on Instagram. My Instagram is The Real Boyce Watkins. And y'all do get The Real Boyce Watkins, because believe me, some of my posts will probably piss you off and offend you, but hopefully they'll all make you think. I don't really care so much if you like me or not. All I care about is that you like yourself and that you do what's best for your kids and that you actually try to grow and evolve and let's debate it out. It's okay if you don't agree with me. Let's debate it out. Let's just keep it respectful, because at the end of the day, we're always smarter when we hear opinions that differ from our own. You're not smarter if everybody's just repeating like a parakeet what you just said. So anyway, let me read this post to you. I put this post up and it got a lot of response, and I thought it was worth bringing up on the podcast because I had a couple of thoughts I wanted to share on this to try to put it into context. Because of course, as you guys know, whenever you say something that is different from the mainstream, or you say something that is different from what people might normally expect you to say, or something that they haven't heard before, a lot of times people want to say, oh, you just hating, or oh, you just being nasty, or oh, why would you say that? And I want to, so that leads me to say, okay, let's clarify this so we can really talk about this a little bit and hear the different perspectives. So here's what I wrote. I said, the fact that there are people who will pay a Black man to rap or play a sport, but won't as readily pay a Black man to do science, math, or business, basically shows that the world has no respect for Black people. Even worse is that Black people celebrate that shit. Now, here's what happened. I got a lot of responses. One came from Faye Bishop, who wrote facts. She said, notice how every major industry is quick to deny Black men employment, but the music and entertainment business always has openings. No high school or college education necessary. Having a criminal record increases your chances of getting in even more. Sad. Okay, so first of all, let's do a yes or no, a quick yes or no. You know how E40 had that song, Nope, Yep. Okay, so I want you to give me a nope or a yep on this. Do you believe that America is more accepting of the black man when he's rapping or playing ball than when he's trying to do business, math, or science? Yup or no? Do you believe that a black man dribbling a basketball, throwing a football, busting a rap, singing, dancing, performing for white people is going to have more opportunities than a black man who is trying to do something, educational, trying to, or maybe they're an activist, they're challenging white supremacy? Yup or no? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of yups. Okay, so I see you in there. I see you, Tanya Williams and Troy B and Maurice Smith. Troy B says you know it. Dominique Davis, Yvonne, Elijah, Naima, Ricardo, Tiffany. Okay, so I think we're on the same page on this. Now here's what I want to make 100% completely abundantly clear. Look, I know for a fact that there are probably some rappers in this chat right now. There are probably some ballers in this chat right now. And I want to make it 100% abundantly clear that this is not a chat designed to be anti-rapper, anti-baller, none of that, anti-performer. If you are an actor and you making it work in Hollywood, I love you and I appreciate you and I'm glad that you're here. This is not anti-anybody because the system is bigger than all of us, right? This is not me saying you're a bad person because you sing or you rap or you dance or you act or you play a sport. This is not anti-you. I want to make that clear because first thing, some people hate. First thing haters want to do is call you a hater, right? First thing my haters do is they call me a hater because I challenge our thinking, right? You challenge thinking, you're a hater. No, I hate a lie. I hate bullshit. I hate ignorance, but I don't hate you and I don't hate your values and your views. Actually, I want to learn from your views. So let's make that clear. Are we clear that this is not anti-baller, this is not anti-rapper? Are we clear? Do you get what I'm saying? I need y'all to tell me that we're clear, so nobody is saying Boyce is out here hating on rappers. Because I had a rapper call me. I had a pretty well-known rapper hit me up and say, "Hey, Doc, I want to introduce you to some of these people I know, but they think you're anti-rapper, and I don't want them to think that you're anti-rapper, man." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I got to serve it raw. I got to tell you what I really think. He's like, yeah, but they kind of think you don't like rappers. I'm like, I don't hate rappers. I love it. I love Immortal Technique. I love him. That's my boy. I love D1. I Chuck D on Public Enemy. I hollered at him the other day on the internet. We didn't talk on the phone, but I've talked to Chuck personally. I love Chuck D. There's a lot of rappers that I'm very, very cool with. Young rappers, older rappers, doesn't matter, right? So anti-rapper, if I was anti-rapper, I'd be anti-myself because all I listen to is rap music. I like rap music, even the ratchet stuff. Like some of the ratchet stuff sounds good because they always when they want to feed you bullshit, they always put it on a nice beat. Don't you just hate that when like the Migos will come out with a song and it'll be like some really retarded, ignorant shit with like incredibly self-destructive messages with using words that you didn't even know have been invented yet because they don't know the English language. But that's okay because you're a black man and you're just a fucking animal anyway in the minds of white people. So you get on the track and you start sounding like a raccoon, like, and then they put it on a nice beat and you find yourself bobbing your head to the most ignorant shit that you've ever heard in your life. You know what I'm talking about? Like they've mastered the formula. They've mastered the formula in that the formula for being a rapper nowadays ain't really rapping. You ain't got to rap to be a rapper. You don't. Tekashi 6ix9ine was not a rapper. All he would do is, if you listen, I analyze the music because I go on shows like The Breakfast Club. I like to know what I'm talking about when I go into a certain space. And Tekashi, all he would do is yell the entire time. And what sold his music was not his lyrical ability. He had no lyrical ability. What sold Tekashi Snitch Nine's music was the fact that he had imagery that white people like to see when they see black people cooning out, right? They like to see the thug culture. They like to see the gang culture. They like to see guns and big booties popping and all these things that represent the adventures of the hood in the minds of white folks. That's why they pay you. They pay you for being what they perceive to be a bunch of jungle bunnies. Like, we like this. This is exciting. This is like going to the circus and the zoo all combined. So we'll pay you big money to get thugged out. And then the next thing they do is they pop in a hell of a beat, a really good beat. They got the beat mastered. It's the beat and the imagery that sells the song. That's all it is. You could put Boyce Watkins on a hot beat with some gangster ass imagery. Here's what you put. You put some guns, put some big booties in bikinis, some thonged out booties, a Lamborghini, maybe some liquor, like some liquor bottles, and then I gotta blow some smoke out my nose, like I've been smoking something. Maybe throw some pills on the table, like I've been getting high all day, or throw some dope on the table, like I've been chopping it all morning to get ready for to go be a dope boy on the corner, right? You throw all those images out, and there you go. You have a hit video, right? That's what it is. It ain't complex. It's very easy to observe, very simple, and they know the formula. Right now, who are they serving the formula to? They're not serving the formula necessarily to black people, because black people can see through all that shit. We know about, the studio gangsters pretending to be something they're not. We've seen the other side, the darker side of hood culture, drug culture, gang culture. Most black people who live that life, I think, are tired of it. It doesn't impress us that much. It's just not something that we are interested in being a part of anymore, because we've seen so much death and devastation and incarceration and torture and broken families and all the trauma that comes with that culture. It's really designed for white people, right? Because the white people are the ones who are going to buy these records. They're the ones who are going to make you famous. And basically, they're paying you to do one thing. They're like, basically, we will pay you lots of money to act like a nigga. So just be as niggered out as you can possibly be. And the more niggerish you are, the more ignorant you are, the more you fit every stereotype we have for you, the more we will pay you. And now here's what's interesting about that, right? Now, again, this is not anti-rapper. This is, in fact, when you talk about rappers, you got to break them in tiers now. You got lyricists, like pure lyricists, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, even, or you throw in a D1, like these are lyricists. Their lyrics mean something. And then you got people that just mumble over like a really nice beat and will throw out some jewelry and cocaine and purple smoke coming out, whatever the hell it is. And then they have a video, right? Like the Migos, they're not really rappers. They're really kind of like clowns. They're really clowns because you think about it, like they remind me of the Muppets. Anybody remember the Muppets, where the Muppets like would talk and you'd have people that would talk and you didn't understand what like they had the one little chef who was like well, so the Migos, when they start rapping, they throw the beats like boom boom right? They're literally caricatures. They don't, and the problem for these poor guys is I don't think they understand that they look like clowns. Like you really look like a clown because you're not even speaking English. Like you're literally talking in gibberish like a baby. And they love to see black men as babies and little boys. Black men who present themselves as babies, bitches, or boys are always seen, are always going to be elevated to the top. If you the 3B philosophy, if you are a baby, a bitch, or a boy, then they're gonna elevate you ahead of the real men in the community, because the real men are the threats. The brothers from the Nation of Islam are the threats. I saw two great rappers from the Nation of Islam, bow ties, two rolling 200 deep. Everybody got their Quran in one hand and the Final Call newspaper in the other. And I said, these guys are never going to be mainstream rappers. They will never be as famous as the Migos, because you have some real men rapping on that track. If they succeed, it will be because black people are funding them, not because white supremacy is funding them, because white supremacy will never fund an army of strong, capable, reliable, sturdy-ass black men. But they will fund the 3B philosophy. If you are a baby, a bitch, or a boy, then they will fund that. Why do I say that? Well, because if you look at the last Migos commercial that they did with Mountain Dew, anybody see that commercial? What were they? They were riding in vehicles in the commercial. Did you see that? They were riding tricycles. They were riding tricycles. I ask you this, black people, what grown-ass black man have you ever seen in your life riding a tricycle or a big wheel? I used to ride. I used to be a major big wheel rider, man. I would be rolling down the street. You know, you get on a big wheel and you feel like you're going 100 miles an hour, and then you go down the hill and you're going faster, and then you turn. It's like, and you just like roll out. Like I used to do that when I was about 4, right? And then I did it when I was 5, and then when I got 6, I said, Mom, I can't ride a big wheel no more. I'm a big boy now. I've grown up. I don't want a big wheel. I want a bike. I want some training wheels with a bike. I can't ride I'm too grown for a big wheel. So you see these Negroes, 20-something years old, on a Mountain Dew commercial, riding big wheels. That would be cute if they were 20 years younger, if they were in like kindergarten, but these are supposed to be men. A man is not going to be in a commercial riding a big wheel or a tricycle. impressing white people, speaking baby gibberish, really celebrating just how ignorant you are, and thinking that somehow this is good because white people are paying you to do it, right? And so here's my point on this. I know it probably sounds like I'm anti-Migos, so maybe I'm gonna throw the Migos under the bus. I'm not gonna talk about too many other rappers because I got enough rappers that get mad at me because they think I hate them all. I don't hate them. I just want them to look in the mirror. That's it. I think that's what it is. I'm like, look in the mirror. Look at how you're presenting yourself in your community. Just think about that for a minute, so you can maybe kind of grow out of that, right? Because you get some rappers that do grow out of that, like David Banner grew out of that. He talks about how in the 90s he thought it was cool because he was getting money to go around the world and make black men look crazy. And then he said, I can't be a part of this anymore. I'm too intelligent for this. And I applaud David for that. So I think there's some David Banners in there. So I forgive them for they know not what they do, right? Now, here's the deal. Okay, so let's move forward. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Please do that. Make sure you do that. It's very important. Here's the first thing you got to understand. We know this, right? We know that, if you look at the richest black people or richest entertainers, richest whatever in the community, many of these individuals are involved in entertainment or sports, right? Which is all a form of entertainment, right? And we're not anti-rapper for most rappers. Some of them we have to battle against because they're promoting horrible imagery and they're making your lives worse. But most rappers, do what you do. Go make your money. Basketball players, football players, making money. That's fine. This is not anti-you. This is really challenging a system that says if a black man is playing a sport or entertaining us, we're happy about that. We will compensate him for that. We will accept him for that. But if he's coming in presenting something that does not fit a stereotype, then we reject that, right? Like, for example, a lot of universities, go to like UCLA or USC. If you go to UCLA, here's what you're going to find. And you'll find this also at USC. You'll find this at a lot of universities. If you go to the football field, you'll see black men everywhere. If you go to basketball practice, you'll see black men everywhere because black athletes are a multi-million-dollar commodity. But go to the science department and say, how many African-American faculty do you have in the science department? They'll be like, well, we had a Negro about 20 years ago, but we fired him. Go to the business school. Find out how many African-American professors they have in the business school. It'll be close to zero. It might be like a couple tokens up in there, but for the most part, no African-Americans there, right? And then they'll say, well, we've tried. We're looking for talent with black people to hire, but we just can't find any. So you're telling me that there are no African-American scientists that you could have hired? There's no black people out here that do science? Like, are you really saying this to me right now, that every black person wants to dribble a basketball, throw a football, or rap for you, but there are no black people you can find anywhere who want to program a computer? Are you kidding me? Do you understand how ignorant and racist you sound right now when you're telling me that you can't find anywhere on earth a black person qualified to be a scientist at your school, but you can find 1 million qualified Negroes to play a sport? So the thing is that we got to understand that when you talk about this white supremacy thing, right? When you talk about what success looks like for black people, what I'm challenging you to do is to broaden your definition of what success means. One mistake people make in many cases is they believe that making lots of money means you're successful. If you got paid, then you won the game. You're winning. That is a problem because that makes you one-dimensional, that makes you simple, that makes you into a caricature, that makes you a damn joke. Success is not one-dimensional because if money is the only factor I can use to decide if I'm successful or not, then I got 2 beautiful stepdaughters upstairs. Why don't I just go put them on the corner and teach them how to go make money, make money the easy way, and then I'm sure our family income would double overnight. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't even like joking like that because that would be the most disgusting thing I could ever do as a man. But seriously. If I got a beautiful woman I'm about to marry, I can be like, baby, we got to be successful. So let's go out here and get this paper. I need you to drop it like it's hot over at the strip club and take men back into the VIP and handle your business. Right? Like, seriously. So this idea that our most successful black people or that black excellence personified means some ignorant ass motherfucker on a big wheel who's making $10 million a year, that right there is your issue. Because what happens is you end up celebrating that kind of success and you ignore the successful people who are going a non-traditional, non-stereotypical path, who are doing far more for your community than some rapper in Beverly Hills ever could. You know, a lot of people were like getting all pumped up about ASAP Rocky, like free ASAP Rocky, get ASAP Rocky out of jail, ASAP Rocky, ASAP Rocky. Let's just be clear. ASAP Rocky told you in at least 14 different languages that he gives zero fucks about you or your community. ASAP Rocky was like, fuck all of y'all. I ain't got to be black. I don't care nothing about black people. I'm in Beverly Hills. I'm getting high. I got white women. What do I want with y'all? Seriously. And then when a Negro gets hemmed up, then suddenly everybody want to act like it's a black power movement to get ASAP Rocky out of jail. Why is ASAP Rocky important? Well, because he got validated by white people, and you think that makes him more important than you. You think that ASAP Rocky is suddenly, because white people love him and whatever bullshit he's pushing to the world, you think that makes him more important than that community activist who's right there in the hood on the corner every day, helping out homeless people, helping out the downtrodden, protecting the children, fighting for your community. You'll put an ASAP Rocky ahead of the people who are right there taking care of your community on a daily basis. That's why you're losing. Because you're celebrating the wrong shit. Now, ASAP Rocky has every right in the world to go to Beverly Hills and be the biggest nigga that he wants to be. Right? He can coon out, roll with white girls, become a Kardashian, whatever the hell he wants to do. Good luck to him. But at the end of the day, you cannot celebrate the ASAP Rockies before you celebrate the mothers that are raising our children. You can't celebrate a Travis Scott who had a baby with Kylie Jenner before you celebrate the brothers on the corner from the Nation of Islam who will go into any black neighborhood in America and pull rank and hold it down for the people in that community. You can't celebrate the Migos more than you celebrate the school teachers who are spending their own money buying school supplies for the kids who can't afford school supplies and going into bad neighborhoods just to check on the child because they love them like the child is their own. You cannot do that. You cannot celebrate Negroes who are highly paid to present a stereotypical image to the world that makes white people feel good. They get off on that shit. They love to see you acting like an animal, and they will pay you for that. And there will always be black people who will be glad to take that money. But let's just be 100% abundantly clear. That is not the best representation of black excellence. In fact, in most cases, that is the greatest representation of black ignorance and self-destruction that you can ever find. This is not against all rappers. This is just against the rappers who know that y'all own some bullshit. This is against the rappers who know that you know as well as I do. I'm looking you in your eye right now to say to you that you and I both know that you are rapping about so many things that you would never want anybody to do to your daughter. You're rapping about ideas that you would never want anybody in your family to pursue those things. You're rapping and glorifying prison, death, destruction, drug addiction, and all kinds of chaos, economic irresponsibility that you would never want for your own children. You got rappers out here that will rap all day about killing black people and then send their children to a private university so they can get away from that shit. Well, fuck you. I say fuck you because basically you know what you did. You know you sold out, and you know that you owe a penance. You owe reparations to the black community because you sucked the lifeblood out of your people so you can go get paid. So here's the deal. Look, I know I keep saying it's not anti-rapper, and it's not meant to be that, because here's the deal. There are rappers out here that get it. There are rappers out here that I talk to on a regular basis who are really using the power of hip hop to elevate the community that they come from. The problem for many of these artists in many cases is that they're stuck. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one hand, they're like, yeah, I hear you, Doc. I see it. I know that we got to build wealth. I know that we need to educate our kids. I know that we need to do better as a community. I know we need to keep our community safe. But then I got a friend. The rapper Future is my friend who's making millions of dollars, and he's very popular. And even though he's promoting drug addiction amongst black kids, he's got a song called Molly Percocet where the chorus is Molly Percocet. So he's on a regular basis implanting ideas into the subconscious minds of young children that will lead them down down the path toward drug addiction. I'm marrying a psychotherapist, and she can break all that shit down for you in case you want receipts on that, right? And so I know he's doing these things, and I know it's not good. I'm very uncomfortable with it, but at the same time, man, I mean, he's popular, he's popping, he's on TV, he's getting paid, he's this, he's that. But who made him into that? Who made rappers like Future? Let's pick Future out. Who made him into a king of hip hop? It wasn't really black people, not intelligent black, not black people who love their kids. It was white supremacists who hate your fucking ass and want to see you dead. If white people love you, if they really, 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 really love you, then I'm going to become very suspicious of you right off the bat. You're going to have to convince me that I shouldn't be suspicious of the fact that the people who hate us the most love you the most. When a Klansman says, I love that Negro right there, then I'm going to back away from him and say, why does he like him so much? I need to understand that a little bit better because I just don't get it. Because I tell you what, if Future was rapping about things that were positive, Future would not have a career. Future would not exist. He wouldn't be on the radio. D1 is just as good. He's probably a far better rapper than Future, but D1 don't get on the radio. They won't play him on the radio. But they'll play Molly Percocet and all this mumble shit all day long. They play the Migos all day long because they look at you like a clown. They see you as a joke. They see you like, the way the black man gets perceived in Hollywood and in all forms of entertainment. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like a woman who comes in and says, I'm a great rapper. I want to be a rapper, because my lyrical skills are tight. And they say, yeah, well, why don't you, take your clothes off, put on a bikini. And you're like, yeah, but I want to show you what kind of rapper. Yeah, but can you twerk? Yeah, no, but I'm talented. I'm brilliant. I've been practicing. I'm really good at this. And I got a lot of, but you need to, can you pull your titties out a little bit? Like, that's kind of what it is. So they kind of do the black man the same way. They tell the black man comes in and he's got all these talents and skills because the black man is the original man. We can do anything that we put our minds to. And we say, yeah, I'm intelligent. They're like, yeah, but are you a thug? No, I'm not a thug, but I, because my mama wanted me to learn how to read, but I know that's a liability. I didn't want you to know I know how to read, but yeah, I do, but it's okay. I can still be a thug. Okay, well, can you are you able to dance? You're black. You should be able to dance. Has anybody ever had a white person tell you you're not black enough because you don't play basketball well? Have you ever seen that where somebody will be like, I thought you were black. I thought all black guys could play basketball. I thought all the black guys could do this. Or they think you should have all these hood stories, or that you should be ignorant as fuck because you should relate to something musically. Like you ever, or especially the Wiggers are the worst. I can't stand the Wiggers that much. The Wiggers drive me crazy because their whole idea of what it means to be black will be way off base. They literally will come with all these ideas of what it means to be black. And then when you're like, that's stupid, I don't do that shit. They're like, well, you ain't black enough. Come on, girl, you ain't lit. You ain't hip. You're like, what are you talking about? Right? What they're doing is they're disrespecting your humanity. They're literally looking at you as a one-dimensional figure. And this is coming from an image that has been broadcast to the world. That's why it's very difficult for a black woman to walk into a situation and be a respectable, decent woman, because in their mind, they might be comparing you to Cardi B. Cardi B is a woman who has gladly said, I'll put any body part of yours in my mouth in order to be successful. I love to drug and rob men and sexually violate them. That's a part of my gangster appeal, right? Cardi B rarely appears on an album cover without her legs being spread out or her ass in the air, right? And this is what your daughters are hearing. These are the lyrics your daughters are repeating. This is what's representing black excellence, but that's not black excellence. Like, maybe if that's like stripper excellence, I mean, God bless her for that. She's a great lyricist, no question about that. But in terms of the imagery that's being requested of her, that's being funded and fueled, that imagery is incredibly negative and self-destructive, right? So is it Cardi B's fault? Not entirely. I'm not out here. This is not anti-Cardi B. I'm not trying to say, let's go get Cardi B and kick her in the ass. What I'm saying is, you got to look at the whole system, and you got to look at it in a way where you at the very least stop for a minute and say, what does black excellence really look like? Does it mean is the most excellent Negro the one who has the most money in their pocket? No, because you can make money by being a whore. Anybody can make money by being a whore. Ask Cardi, right? Cardi, ask Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish loves, First thing Tiffany Haddish does in many cases when she goes on, go watch Tiffany Haddish very closely. No disrespect to Tiffany, but watch Tiffany Haddish very closely. There's a reason why Tiffany Haddish will win awards ahead of people like Angela Bassett, right? Because the whole thing about being a classy Black woman and respectable and decent, that's played out. Tiffany Haddish, she uses her tongue a lot. She's like, hi. Tongue is, there's a lot of symbolism when a woman puts her tongue out and she keeps it out there like that, right? She's sending you signals in some cases, not in all cases, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what it means. Like, that's why y'all ladies don't run around with your tongue out unless you want your tongue to be out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I mean, right? Now, what else? Tiffany Haddish fantasizes openly about sleeping with white men, right? Because she's basically let people know, like, hey, I know this is my come up. This is going to make me more powerful. And it's not like that's disconnected from reality. In many cases, if you go look at Black women, not all Black women, but some of the women who are in lead positions as executives and game changers in entertainment, in many cases, they are dating or married to a white guy. Right, that is one of the things that will be a come up for you, and the brothers too. A lot of the brothers won't even date Black women, so it's not anti-Black woman. It's just pointing out the facts. You should pay attention to those little things, like what percentage of these successful Black people in Hollywood are married to or connected to a person who is not Black. That makes a big difference in their ability to be successful in that space. Now, again, this is not anything against those people. That's their strategy. What I'm saying is I want you to process it internally so you can understand what success means to you. You have to figure that out. One thing you should not do, the biggest thing I would tell you not to do, is never think that success is measured just by money and fame, because that is a rope-a-dope that they're pulling on your ass every day of the week. They will take the dumbest Negro in the room, the biggest shucking and jiving coon they can possibly find, the most ignorant, backward, self-destructive person in the world, and then they will put him on blast on every media outlet in America, put $100 million in his pocket, and then Black people who haven't thought this thing through will look at him and say, that's a successful Negro. That's Black excellence, y'all. Black excellence. Oh my God, he won an Academy Award. Yeah, he got it because he was sucking penises and he was bending over backward and putting on a wig and a dress. Like, that's why he got the award. Like, that's not an award you want. Like you don't, do you want your daughter, like think about this, like, would you want your daughter to be the most popular girl in school? Well, yes and no. Yes and right. If somebody said, Boyce, do you want your daughter to be the most popular, most loved girl in school? No, I don't want my daughter to be that popular, because I know what it takes to be the most popular girl in school sometimes. Not all the time, but I need to know, like, how does she get so popular? Why does the football team love her so much? Like, tell me, give me some more facts before I can make a decision, right? So a lot of times, a lot of your successful Black people are like the most popular girl in school because they've been willing to do whatever the white supremacist system wants them to do in order for them to be successful. So ultimately, when you're measuring what it means to be successful in Black in America, you must come up with a more comprehensive view of all of that to say, you know, some people are more successful than any rapper I've ever seen, and they don't have any money in their pocket. Sometimes it's the brokest person in the room who is the most successful Black person, because that's the person who was willing to walk away from the money to protect their decency and integrity. Like, you look at a guy like a Wesley Muhammad, right? Wesley Muhammad, I don't even know how much money he has, but I would imagine he probably may not have as much money as the Migos or as Cardi B, but Wesley Muhammad is my hero. Wesley Muhammad is a great Black man. Wesley Muhammad will always be invited into my home before I invite some ignorant rapper who can't spell their mama's name, right? Doesn't mean I hate the rapper. It just means I'm going to put first things first. Well, I'm going to look at people based on what you're doing for the community. Or you look at Barack Obama, right? God bless him. God bless him. Good for him. He went and he did a wonderful job for the country by being a decent and intelligent president. He was a great role model in certain ways. He meant a lot for symbolism. But y'all know the real deal. Y'all know the dark side of the Obama administration, where they wouldn't even say the word Black for 4 years straight, where they didn't address Black unemployment, where little kids are being shot in the head a block away from Obama's house, and he ain't got time to tweet about it. But he'll tweet about climate change and feminism and LGBT all day long, paint the White House rainbow, but ain't got time to mention little dead black babies scattered all throughout his neighborhood in Hyde Park, right? Now, what does that say to you? That does not mean Barack Obama is a bad person. That does not mean we have to be anti-Obama. It means, though, that you have to sort of calibrate things and not get excited just because a bunch of white people got together and voted for him. God bless you for that. Good for you. You're winning in your world, but that ain't my world. My world is the one where I'm most likely going to measure success by who's really taking their talent and their ability and doing what they can for the people that matter the most. The people that matter the most to me are black people. So there are activists right here in the Chicago community that I will put on a pedestal ahead of Barack Obama. I lived around the corner from two influential black men. Barack Obama was 2 blocks from my house. Louis Farrakhan was 3 blocks from my house. The greatest man in my neighborhood was over there. It was not the guy down there. That guy down there, I was impressed with him because he was smart, he seems decent, and he's really good for white people. And if you're gay, you gotta love him because he was named by Newsweek to be the first gay president. He literally, there's a headline. Go look that up. He was listed as Newsweek as the first gay president. So him, I'm like, good. You're really doing a really good job for the people that you care about. But this man over here is doing a great job for the people that I care about. And that's why Farrakhan would always be ranked in my hierarchy ahead of a Barack Obama. You follow what I'm saying? So I want to make this 100% abundantly clear that this is not a conversation that has to be anti anybody. It's not anti-rapper. It's not anti-Cardi B. It's really kind of saying, let's just be anti-stupidity. Let's be anti-simple-mindedness. Let's be anti buffoonery, if you will, and really understand what it takes to build a community, and understand that if you don't figure that out, what's going to happen is you're going to be firing a lot of bullets and completely missing your target. You're going to be, it's like pouring 25 gallons of water into a bucket, and you're missing the fucking bucket. So what I mean by that is you got all these successful Negroes out here, all these multi-million-dollar black people, all these black people winning Oscars and Grammys and all this other shit, and your communities are still staying the same. Why? Well, because all their wealth, all their power, all their resources, all their energy is being applied to help other communities and help other people. It's not coming back to helping you. It's not coming back to empowering you. It's not improving your image that people have of you around the world. If anything, they're actually taxing you. They're taxing you because every time an ignorant black man gets on TV and acts like a damn fool in front of the entire world, every average black man must deal with the effects of the stereotypes that are perpetuated through media that then justify the necessity to eliminate and exterminate the black male because he's presenting himself through song and music and performance as an absolute menace to society because he's got 10 songs out where the chorus is, I'm a thug nigga. I'll run to your house and kill you. I'll shoot your dog in the face. I'll rape you. I'll rape your woman, whatever, right? So white people who live in cornfields in Iowa are hearing this and they're seeing this as the image of the black man. So you're driving through Iowa and you're an accountant or something and you're a law-abiding citizen. You're a good dude. You ain't never hurt nobody. But when they see you, they're not seeing you. They're seeing the man who represented you. They're seeing your representative. Like TD Jakes always say, when you date somebody, you're not dating the person, you're dating the representative. Well, when they meet you, they're not meeting you for the first time. Not in their mind. They're meeting you for the second or third or fourth or the 50th time. And every other time that they've seen you, they've seen somebody who represents something that they are afraid of. And then therefore, when the cop pulls you over, he already got his gun cocked because he's thinking, okay, this is a thug. This guy's a menace. I need to watch out because he reminds me of the guy I saw in a music video. Right. So images do matter. When they wanted to exterminate the Jews back during World War II in Germany, they used media to present images of the Jews that were less than favorable, that led people to say, of course, these people should be exterminated. Look at how they behave. Right. So that's why the Jewish community took over and created Hollywood so they could control the image of their people around the world. They could control how their people were seen. So black people can learn from that in terms of saying we need to find a way to control the image of our people that's being presented to the world. So So while I'm not telling you to be anti anybody, I'm not telling you to take it out on the rappers who are doing this. I do think at the same time you may make the decision to say, I'm not going to support any of that because some of this stuff is destructive for the people, and some of this affects me. Some of this is taxing me and my child because my child might get raised right. My child might be educated. My child might be qualified for every job they apply for. But God damn it, it's going to piss me off if my qualified, capable child is going out here in this world and can't get a damn job because they expected him to be a thug, or because they have these stereotypes of him that he did not earn himself. They picked these stereotypes up from his representatives that came to them through music and media. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's the way I think you should look at it. I think that's a good way to kind of process this, and that's really what I'm seeing. Y'all know I got to tell the truth. It is what it is. First of all, I want to say, Cassie J, thank you so much for your donation. She says, much love, Dr. Boyce. Well, I love you too, sister. So thank you so much for supporting the platform. If anybody wants to be a patron of this platform, if you support intelligent Black media, because that's what I do. I'm a professor. I can't help but to be intelligent. I can only be so ignorant. It's hard to do. If you're interested in supporting what we're doing and being a part of it, please go to intelligentblackpeople.com. That's intelligentblackpeople.com. It's not a pure donation. It's an investment. We do give you, free stuff and discounts and free offers as well. So feel free to go sign up at intelligentblackpeople.com. Also, don't forget we're doing the investment seminar in New York on October 27th. If you want to come out, you can fly into New York. I think you're going to love it. Go to drboycenewyork.com. That's drboycenewyork.com. And last but not least, let me mention that I do have some books. I don't mention my books that much. But I thought I would just kind of remind you guys of what we have. Here's a couple of series that we have. One is called Black American Money. There's a part 1, a part 2, and a part 3. The other is called The New Black Power. There's a part 1, part 2, and part 3 of these books. Now, Black American Money focuses on the economic condition of Black people and how we can improve it, and what I'm seeing as a finance PhD. So you see, part 3 is kind of a thicker book because I literally do streams of consciousness and lay out everything that I'm seeing based on what's happening all around me. And then also The New Black Power is more social commentary. It's more the type of stuff you'll see on drboycetv.com. You guys know on this platform, sometimes I talk about economics, sometimes I don't. At the end of the day, I'm a Black man first and a finance professor second. So when am I coming to Detroit? That's a very good question, K Diesel. The All Black National Convention will be hosted in Detroit next year. So I hope you guys will come out. The convention is great. If you came to any convention, any event, or you're in the Black Business School, say something in the chat so other people will know how great it is. In fact, in the Black Business School, you can actually get started on a free membership. You don't have to pay any money when you first come in. You can join. In fact, you could just be there and not ever pay anything. That's totally fine. We'll make offers to you and let you consider that, but we don't pressure you to do any of that. But it's better than college. Go get a free membership at theblackbusinessschool.com because we're going to have a Black Wealth conversation tonight. We're going to stream it online, but the only people's questions I'm going to see and answer are going to be questions that are inside the Zoom room. So to get in the Zoom room and to get a link to join, go to theblackbusinessschool.com and just ask one of the chat people to send you the link to the Zoom conversation, and they can give you the link and you can join us tonight. We're having one tonight, October 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now, quickly, I want to acknowledge Melody Woods. Thank you for your support as well. Melody says, I needed this. Just so you know, when you do the super chat and you make a donation, I see your comment, it highlights. I will always read the super chat comments. It's also a good way to promote your business. If you want me to just shout out your business, I'll be happy to do that too. Melody Woods, I needed this today. I felt like my tank was running low. Talk Black to me, Dr. Boyce. Good. Well, I'm glad I can help fill up your tank, sister, because we need to fill up each other's tanks, because I know sometimes my tank is low and sometimes y'all fill up my tank, because it ain't easy being intelligent in a world where coonery is celebrated. I mean, I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Sometimes you feel like you're born on the wrong planet. Sometimes you feel like something's wrong with you because you're too intelligent. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what does that mean? Like, I'm too smart. Like, why do I have to pretend to be dumb to fit in with my own people? Well, I said, let me just look out here and see if I can find some other people who don't want to be ignorant. And that's why I tell you guys, when you first come in, this is the platform for intelligent Black people. You don't have to be intelligent, but you have to want to be intelligent. It's not about where you are. It's really where you're going. So some of y'all in here may not even have a high school diploma, but I guarantee you that you're smarter than a lot of the college graduates I know, because there's no way you can listen to this platform for more than a couple of months and not know as much as a college graduate, because we take you there. I take you wherever my brain goes. I assume that your mind is ready for it. So that's what I like to share with you. And that's why I challenge you guys to embrace wide open thinking. But you don't have to agree with me. I want to make that clear. If you disagree with me, that's okay. I just want us to think. I want us to grow. I want us to evolve, because the only way we can solve the problem, I get this from mathematics. You guys know I taught math at the University of Kentucky, and One thing about solving a math problem is that if you're looking at a problem you can't solve, and you keep looking at it the same way and trying to solve it the same way, you're going to be very frustrated. So in order to solve the problem, you need to look at it differently. So to solve the race problem in America, to solve the challenges that Black people have in America, we must take the old problems and look at them differently. That's why I'm not afraid to throw anything out the window. No, there are no sacred cows. I'm willing to throw a big chunk of the civil rights movement out the window, because some of that didn't work for us, right? Not all of it. I'm not saying all of it was bad. I'm saying some of it is like, wait, that don't seem right. I'm willing to throw some of the Democratic Party out the window, because I'm like, wait, we've been voting for the Democrats 40, 50 years and ain't nothing changed. Man, fuck y'all, right? I'm willing to throw some of our choices in terms of how we deal with economics out the window, because I'm like, let's build a new system that's actually going to make sense and empower us, right? So I think it's okay to be open-minded enough to throw out almost any other idea, put every idea on the chopping block, decide what makes sense and what doesn't, pick and choose the components that work best for you and your family, and then reshape the world in the image in which you want to see it. So at the end of the day, it's all about you being empowered. And I want to encourage you to do that and pursue that relentlessly and fearlessly. That's very, very important. Derek Glover, thank you for your support. When are you coming to Kentucky? I was actually in Kentucky last week. I was in Louisville. My family lives there, and I don't have any events coming up in Kentucky. I did do an entrepreneurship summit recently in Kentucky. The biggest events I know of that are coming up, and I'm not going to do a lot of events in 2020, but I do have three things you should know about. One is New York. If you live anywhere near New York in the Northeast or any part of the world and you want to fly in, you can go to drboycenewyork.com. I'll be in New York City on October 27th. The Essence Music Fest. We're doing an event in New Orleans at the time of the Essence Music Fest, right down the street from the Essence Fest. So I don't know if the Essence people, they're probably a little too mainstream for me, so I don't know if I'm a fit for their audience, but it's okay because I know a lot of our people will be there. So we're going to do a big event, a giant event right there at the Essence Music Fest. So if you want to come down for that, feel free. And then 3 is the All Black National Convention, which will be in September in Detroit. So those are the 3 big events that I know we have going on. And also, if you happen to live in the Chicagoland area, Joliet, Illinois, believe it or not, which is a little bit outside Chicago, I'll probably do some events in Joliet, but it'll be like basic stuff. Like we might have a spades tournament or something, just something where we can all get together and hang out. And then if we happen to talk business, we'll do that too. But I just like getting together with my people and doing the damn thing. So take care, guys. And some of you are asking about this shirt. You can actually get some of these shirts at wokeblacktees.com, TEES, wokeblacktees.com. We have a lot of cool t-shirts that allow you to wear your blackness on your chest. So enjoy. I actually wore this shirt today when I was sitting on the bus stop, and there were a bunch of white people there because I was dropping a little girl off at the 9-year-old off at the bus stop. And I think they see stuff like this and they don't know what to do with that. So I think that's kind of funny. It's always funny to throw people off. Anyway, all right, guys. So I'm out of here. Please have a good day. And I love you, and I wish you the very best. Now, T. Holmes says, what's the website? I don't know which website you're referring to. Are you talking about wokeblacktees.com, WOKE, wokeblacktees.com? Feel free to go there. Dr. Boyce, you should talk to my son. He's a rapper. Has the same agenda as you. Yeah, I've seen my son. I think he's great. And if you know him, tell him to reach out. I don't know him, so I just bring people in if I meet them somewhere. And I don't meet a lot of people because I don't really get out, and I don't want to. I like to kind of stay centered and stay, a little bit away from all the chaos, so I don't chase celebrities and all that. But if I run into them, I like what I see, then I might have the person on. But for the most part, I'm not really out here trying to clout chase. I'm really just trying to chase progress, right? So that's what I'm chasing. I'm chasing progress. All right, guys. So I'm out of here. Thank you, Dual Victory, for being a great moderator, and Miss Giselle and everybody else in here that's really been holding down. Champs Vision. If I didn't acknowledge you, just know that I still love you very, very much. And I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Don't forget today, if you're watching October 10th, today at 2:15 p.m., Dr. Claude Anderson will be on, and we're going to have Powernomics Thursday. So y'all know that's going to be great. So feel free to check that out as well. So, all right, guys, have a good day. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.